The Supreme Court has just delivered a stunning blow to President Donald Trump's signature trade policy. On February 20, 2026, in a decisive 6-3 ruling, the justices declared that sweeping emergency tariffs imposed by the president are illegal. Those tariffs, levied on imports from nearly every trading partner, relied on a 1977 law never meant for this purpose. The decision limits how far any president can stretch executive power without Congress stepping in. It started earlier in Trump's second term. Shortly after taking office again, the president declared national emergencies tied to threats like the influx of illegal drugs from countries including Canada, Mexico, and China. He cited these as unusual and extraordinary dangers to national security, foreign policy, and the economy. Under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, known as IEEPA, the law allows the president to regulate or prohibit certain international transactions during a declared emergency. Trump invoked this statute to impose broad tariffs. First came a 10% tariff on goods from almost every country worldwide. Then higher rates hit specific partners, steeper duties on imports from Canada, Mexico, China, the European Union, Japan, and South Korea. These became known as reciprocal tariffs or part of the so-called Liberation Day policy. The administration collected massive revenue. Estimates range from over $130 billion to more than $200 billion since early last year. Importers paid those duties. Many passed the costs on to American businesses and consumers through higher prices for everyday goods. Lower courts had already ruled against the move. They found Trump exceeded his authority under IEEPA. The case reached the Supreme Court as Learning Resources, Inc. v. Trump. Oral arguments took place on November 5, 2025. Then came months of waiting. The president himself expressed frustration publicly, saying he had been waiting forever and defending his right to act on national security grounds. Today that wait ended. The Supreme Court sided with the challengers. Chief Justice John Roberts wrote the majority opinion. He was joined by Justices Amy Coney Barrett and Neil Gorsuch, along with the court's 3 liberal justices. Roberts stated clearly, IEEPA does not authorize the president to impose tariffs. The law permits regulation of imports in emergencies, but tariffs are a form of taxation. The Constitution assigns Congress the power to lay and collect taxes and duties. The majority emphasized that for such extraordinary power to unilaterally impose tariffs of unlimited amount, duration, and scope, the president needs clear congressional authorization. IEEPA falls short of providing that. The ruling invalidates the tariffs imposed under this emergency authority. It does not affect any tariffs Trump placed using other laws. In dissent, Justices Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, and Brett Kavanaugh disagreed. One dissenter warned the decision could create a mess for the government, including potential billions in refunds to businesses. The White House reacted sharply. President Trump called the ruling a disgrace. He spoke to the nation's governors shortly after. Administration officials signaled they will move quickly to reimpose many of the same fees using different legal authorities. Democrats in Congress celebrated. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said the tariffs were an illegal tax that stuck families with the bill. Other lawmakers called for immediate refunds, with interest, to American families and businesses hit by higher costs. Some estimates suggest average households paid over $1,700 extra last year due to these duties. The ruling forces the government to unwind at least part of this trade regime. Questions remain about refunds for duties already collected. The court did not specify whether or how importers will get money back. That could lead to lawsuits and administrative processes ahead. This decision matters far beyond one policy. Tariffs touch every corner of the economy: ports, farms, factories, retail shelves. They influence prices consumers pay for food, electronics, cars, and clothing. They strain relations with allies and trading partners. Most importantly, the ruling draws a firm line on executive power. It reaffirms that major taxes like tariffs require Congress, not unilateral presidential action under emergency statutes. The court checked an expansive claim of authority. In doing so, it reminded that the Constitution's structure protects against concentrated power even when the goal is protecting national interests. The tariffs are down for now, but the debate over trade, emergencies, and who controls the economy is far from over. The impact will unfold in boardrooms, on store shelves, and in Washington for years to come.